All right, we're back. This is part two. Yeah, it's like I mean, sometimes I think these judges or these like that don't know what they're talking about. You got motherfuckers. These stupid judges. They'll sentence like non-violent. Like case of Brandt. You got people out there. You get hemmed up on drug charges like that, non-violent crime, but they get fucking decades behind bars. But you get these dumb fuckers out there, who like fucking child molesters, rapists, and fucking big time con artists and like, people who fucking assault and murder, plead out like man too, and they get what they serve like what 5-6 years. I mean, fucking yeah. Then you get the fucking our citizens, who gets fucking, who gets fucking thrown the shitter, fucking deckies like that. But if a cop does it like that, they get like what? Like, I mean, look at the case. Eric Brandt, he got 9 days for chalking. Then you got the fucking Denver cop who raped a woman. He got 90 days. What the fuck is that? Like I said, the system's fucking broken. You got Roy Oliver, 15 years. You'll be out about 7 to 8. Amber Geiger, she got 10 years. What's Derek Chauvin gonna get? Who knows? Who knows? We're glad he's fucking guilty, but some people say, oh, he'll probably get maybe 20. He'll probably serve 10. Yeah. I mean, it's fucking, like I said, the system's fucked up. It's broken. Let's continue.
Really the worst kinds of guesses, at least for me. I can't make these guesses. So the only, not the only, but the sentencing theory that makes most sense to me is rehabilitation, is retribution. How much do I have to punish Mr. Brandt so he can come back into the fold? And on this point, we're not just talking about the social compact our forefathers entered into in 1789. It's way deeper than that. And because I'm focused on retribution, I focus on the crime that bring people here. That's the only thing that gives me jurisdiction. What's appropriate to punish?
Yeah, the crime of what? Worse?
He did.
What the fuck?
Not for who he is, not for what his followers do, not for what he did in other cases. This is why I don't pay as much attention to criminal history as some of my colleagues. Here's what he did in this case. He told Judge Rudolph's staff, and I know this has been said, but it's worth saying again and again and again during the sentencing. It is my thought that Judge Rudolph should be violently murdered and have his brains splattered on the faces of his children. There's much more to it than that, but I think that encapsulates it.
Some people say that's a death in my book, is it? No. All he said was he should, not say, oh, I will. Yeah, someone should go do it.
Nobody thinks that's okay, including Mr. Brandt.
It's not, Your Honor.
I'm not asking you if you think it's okay, Mr. Brandt. I know now that you know it's not okay. That not only violates the social contract, it not only violates the law, it violates 200,000 years of human evolution. We are all in this together. There are lines we cannot cross. It's hard for me to say this. I'm an unreconstructed libertarian at heart. There were aspects of this job that were hard for me. I don't trust the government in lots of dimensions. But there's one dimension that I not only trust the government in, but I've devoted my life to. And it's enforcing the social contract that says it's wrong.
No, but I said, no, I tell the judge, but you have no problem getting a reach around with the government officials or the cops.
Their brains get splattered on their children. And if anybody listening is not offended by that, there's something wrong with you. You are loons if you're not offended by that. And it doesn't matter how many YouTube videos or how much press you can get by being loons, you're still loons. And the widespread dissemination of lunacy does not change the fact that it's lunacy. Here's what makes it hard for me in this case. Mr. Brandt richly deserves the penitentiary, and I'm going to send him to the penitentiary. But and this happens sometimes, the person who gets sentenced is sometimes not the person who did the crime. They've changed, they've grown. Let me tell you, they always say they have. Whether they have or not, I don't know. I take Mr. Brandt at his word. I believe he's truly sorry for what he did. I was impressed that he talked about how this crossed a moral line. No kidding. I'd like all of you to think about how you would feel if somebody with real power, not fake, cowardly power, real power, like I have, said something like that to you with the power to make it happen. It's terrible. Those of us with real power, not fake, cowardly power, don't like imposing sentences. This is the worst part of my job. I get no joy sending people to the penitentiary, none. And judges who do get joy out of it should retire. They're psychopaths. Only a psychopath would get joy out of inflicting the kind of pain that I'm about to inflict on you, and I get no joy from it. And only psychopaths would get joy from inflicting the kind of pain on Judge Rudolph and these other judges that you inflicted. Judge Rudolph can take this. When I was thinking about this case over the weekend, I thought, here's what I should do. I should give Mr. Brandt probation on the condition that he and Judge Rudolph go 3 rounds in the ring, and I let Judge Rudolph pound you into the canvas. That's what I would like to do. But unlike you, Mr. Brandt, I can't do everything that I want to do. I'm bounded by the law. I'm bounded by the social contract. And I can't just say anything or do anything. So there are restrictions on what I can do. This behavior deserves the maximum sentence, which I'm not going to impose, for several reasons. First of all, it was quite meaningful to me to hear that Mr. Brandt has done so well in probation. He's a Navy veteran. That means something to me. That means he, at one time, knew that he had a social contract.
Only given by we the people.
And
it can be taken just as fast as received.
Honor for that. Also, I think it was hard for him because I take it that this does not come
Judge won a fight
for him
with
to
Aaron
come to the
Brandt
podium and
Rodolfo.
say that what he did was wrong. There's probably nothing any of us ever does, other than sentencing people, which fortunately most of you don't have to do, that is more hard than saying we're wrong. And I appreciate that. Mr. Brandt, on each of these 3 counts, you're sentenced to 4 years in the Department of Corrections, plus a mandatory 2-year parole period. These sentences will run consecutive to one another. And I have 85 days pre-sentence confinement. Is that right, counsel? 85 days? Counsel.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
85 days pre-sentence confinement?
Yes, Your Honor.
85 days, we'll put that on count 1. Fees and costs in the usual felony amounts. Is there restitution?
Your Honor, if I could ask to reserve, please.
Restitution's reserved for 63 days. I know we have a jillion people on for the rest of my docket. I'm going to take 10 minutes and we'll finish it. Mr. Brandt is remanded to the Department of Corrections.
Strong.
Thank you. Thank you, counsel.
I have some paperwork. We love you, Eric.
Be ashamed of yourselves. Be ashamed.
Strong, man.
Fucking damn judge. Fuck you, Hoffman, George. Fuck you. Shame.
Be ashamed.
Shame.
Stay strong.
Love you, Eric.
Judge, you know your feelings don't trump rights.
Yeah. Fuck you, Hoffman. Fuck you.
We love you, Eric. Stay strong, brother.
Brian Sessions.
Damn it.
Love you, police.
Fucking Hoffman, man. Piece of shit. Yeah, he's gonna sleep real good tonight. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, he said he retires in 4 days. Well, it's 3. Yeah, I bet he's gonna sleep real good. Thinking, yeah, I said Brandt to the sheriff. Fucking coward. Piece of shit. Yeah, I hope Derek stays strong. Man, what he did, man, that's like taking a fucking big piece and rip it out of the First Amendment community. Here's one. I'm going to read some comments before I get out of here. Undercover auditor says, imagine 12 years in prison for words. Yeah, people talk about, yeah, we deserve like that. Here we go. Undercover auditor says, Andrew Jackson, yes, 12 years he could learn enough words to become a lawyer. We all had some immoral words that we regret saying, but 12 years? Yeah, like I said, they're probably stupid Discord flunky trolls that would love to see me and a pair of cops behind bars for the so-called words that I pissed them off with. You know, it's like, would I do with Eric Brandt? No, I would never tell off a judge, a cop, or anything like that, or anything like that. Say I'm going to do this. Fuck no, it's just logic. But to sentence a guy 12 years, it's really fucked up. "12 years of prison just for words. What the fuck? Who is mad and sad like me?" Let's see here. Flex Freedom says 12 years, that's a long ass time. Wish you all the best. Pike's in here. It's got sad face emotes, like with tears rolling out. Here's Michelle. "This is absolutely disgusting coming from a blind follower, as the judge liked to label us." Yeah. Yeah, and fucking that stupid judge talking about like, well, how do we know your follower? Fuck, Eric has never told any of his followers or supporters, to go harm the cops or government officials. Never. Never. 12 fucking years. Billy Bob says 12 years. You gotta be shut the fuck up, coward. Here we go. Here's a good comment before I get out of here. "Freedom is a right. I love Eric, and it's a fight for our rights. Thoughts are not crimes. Even thoughts that someone should be murdered. This 70-year-old judge is 4 days left and has no clue how thoughts relate to actual crime. Human evolution has not only thought others should be murdered, but have done so in many cases, i.e. survival of the fittest, not to mention all the wars and killing based on sex, race, religion, status, money, oil, etc., etc., etc. I hope you enjoy your retirement, Judge Hoffman." Not! One more. "Mr. Hoffman, a judge of the leisure legal Brandt. Crossing moral lines is not illegal. You, Hoffman, crossed those lines yourself. Maybe you need to be incarcerated, not Eric." Bam! Well said and done. I'm out of here. Mic drop. Peace out.